Cardano to the moon. What's up, guys? So my name is Tariq and I make videos on cryptocurrency and money. So if you like crypto and you like money, be sure to smash the subscribe button to receive more video updates from me. Okay, so in this video we're going to talk about Cardano. So let's get right to it, guys. Cardano, I think, has huge opportunities. So to give you guys a quick background on Cardano, it was started by a Hong Kong company in 2015. And it was basically launched in 2017. Now, the creator is Charles Hoskinson. He's the same guy that was one of the creators in Ethereum. And basically, Cardano is, I would say, the third generation of cryptocurrency. So if we take a look at Bitcoin, that was kind of like the oldest and the first generation, right? The first ever mainstream one. Then Ethereum is like the second generation, and Cardano is the third generation. So why is Cardano so powerful? Well, I've been doing a lot of research lately. I've been watching a lot of their presentations and their partnerships with Africa and things like that. And what I think the big selling point for Cardano is identity. And it just occurred to me recently, like, everything else is digitized except ID. So if you guys have like a passport or a driver's license, you know, these are physical documents and they're not really gone digital. So what Cardano is doing, I think Cardano has a plan to basically link everyone on the blockchain with a digital ID. And the reason I think they're starting in Africa is because I think that's a great place to test. Simply because Africa, you know, is more of the developing world, and a lot of these people there, especially in countries like Tanzania, Ethiopia, they desperately need digital services and they're just not available to them now. So I think Cardano is a great way to use smart contracts to basically link all of your information. So we have lots of different information, right? We have, our education, our medical history, our job history, our IDs, our passports, our driver's license, our health care cards. All of these documents are physical, and there's no way to really like prove who you are, right? And there's a big problem with lots of identity fraud and things like that. There's problems with people losing passports and things like that. So while everything else, or a lot of other industries, have gone digital, we've seen this with e-commerce, we've seen this with, obviously, gold has gone digital with Bitcoin. I think identification, I think, is the next thing to go digital, and that's where Cardano comes in. So the reason why I think Cardano simply moon is because that's exactly what Ethereum and Bitcoin have done. So if you take a look now at basically Cardano, it's sitting at like a $40 billion market cap, whereas Bitcoin is more closer to $1 trillion, and Ethereum is close to like 300,000, depending on when you guys are watching this video. The price is going to ebb and flow. But Cardano getting the grassroots in Africa, I watched their presentation. You guys can find it. I'll link to it in the description below. It's called Cardano Africa Summit 2021. And basically, there's so many people on the African continent, not just regular people, but young people and even older professionals that are really backing this Cardano thing. So the fact that, Charles Hoskinson already successfully co-founded Ethereum, and Ethereum has done really well, I think Cardano's the next, one of the next coins. And the interesting thing about Cardano is that it's already up 600% in 2021. So as of recording this video. And some of the returns have been absolutely phenomenal. Even last year, you could have gotten Cardano at around 2 cents, and then after it listed on Coinbase, it started skyrocketing. So right now, I ended up buying just about 107 coins. I put about $150 into Cardano. I still have the majority of my money in Bitcoin and Litecoin because I just feel like I want to have those two oldest ones. But now I'm really starting to go into these altcoins, and I think I find Cardano very interesting. So basically, they're using smart contract technology, like I mentioned, to connect people's digital IDs. But they're also using it to provide things like internet services, healthcare services, and just kind of speed up the rest of the world. Because let's be honest, if you look at the difference between the developed world, like the United States and Western Europe and Japan and things like that, it's just light years ahead of the developing world, places like Southeast Asia, Central Asia, Eastern Europe, Africa. So, we're all on the planet together, and these other parts of the world have been neglected in terms of technology, in terms of healthcare. And, this is the 21st century. It's about time that, we all became globally connected, and we all, have basically, obviously things aren't going to be 100% equal. It really does matter where you're born and socioeconomic status, but I think probably midway through the 21st century, everyone should be at least on a similar playing field. So that's by 2050. So the reason I like Cardano, I just think it has a lot of upside. It's basically $1. I bought it at $1.37. It was just 2 cents. And to give you guys a crazy statistic, right? 5 years ago, Ethereum was $1. So now Ethereum is approaching $3,000, and 5 years ago it was $1. So 5 years is not a long time in terms of a regular lifespan, but in terms of the digital crypto world, 5 years is like an eternity. So I just think it's an excellent coin to diversify myself a bit in. Like I said, I don't have a big stake in it. I only have 107 coins, but I think I'm going to continue adding to it because I do like the project. And anytime I see people in Africa and other places getting brought up to the developed world, I think that's definitely a good idea. So where is my future price prediction, guys? Well, how high will Cardano go? Well, I've seen a lot of people out here talking about Cardano to $10, Cardano to $50, but I think that's just thinking way too small. So if we look at the current market cap of Cardano, it's sitting at around $41 billion. So we look at Bitcoin and we think, Bitcoin's about $1 trillion, right? That's basically digital money. That's digital gold. Bitcoin's going to be great. And Ethereum is really expensive, guys. So the gas fees are really causing a problem, and Ethereum just isn't useful for everyday use. I mean, it's good for things like NFTs and stuff like that, but it's not really good for everyday use because of the gas fees. So Cardano doesn't have any of that. It's not mined with expensive fees. It's basically distributed through blockchain mining and staking and things like that. And there's a much bigger supply as well. So there's the max supply, I believe, of Cardano is about like 38 billion coins. So there'll never be more than that created. Whereas a fixed supply for Ethereum and Bitcoin is a lot smaller. So I think this makes Cardano very attractive. Obviously, the supply is much larger than Ethereum, but we saw Ethereum go from $1 to almost 3,000 in just 5 years. So that's just crazy, crazy returns. So I think $10 for Cardano is, I just think, it's just too small. Okay, so maybe my short-term prediction is it's already up 600%. So I wouldn't be surprised if Cardano finishes this year up at least 1,000%. This just looks like where we're headed in terms of the crypto cycle. And I have a short-term price target. I think Cardano will probably hit $5 probably by the end of the summer. So that's basically by September 2021. I think we're just getting started, and I think that this summer is going to be one of the biggest summers for crypto ever. And then I think after the summer's over in September, when everyone's going back to school and stuff like that, I think things are going to cool off a lot, and that's where you're going to kind of see a bearish market come on. But long term, I think Cardano can easily hit a $1 trillion market cap. So that would basically be around 25x from now. So I think a more realistic price target in the long term for Cardano is probably around $25 per coin. And I wouldn't be surprised if Cardano went to $30 or even $50 between now and 2025. So what does this mean? What should you do? Like I said, I'm not a personal financial advisor. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I bought Cardano. I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm not telling you to ignore it. I'm just letting you guys know what my opinion is on it and, what I'm doing with my cryptocurrency. So that this will wrap things up and let you guys know how I bought it. I bought it on Coinbase. So Coinbase makes it really easy and safe to store your Cardano. So if you guys are interested in purchasing Cardano, there's lots of different exchanges, but I use Coinbase. I think it's great. If you guys live in the United States, you can use Coinbase. If you guys are in somewhere else like Asia or Europe, you can use Binance. So just click the links in the description below if you're interested in buying it on Coinbase, and you'll get $10 free in Bitcoin if you use my subscription link. So that would really help me out, guys. It really helps out the channel if you guys end up purchasing through my link. So that's it, guys. I'm about to wrap this video up right now. If you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing to the channel to receive more videos on cryptocurrency and things like that. And be sure to turn on the notifications bell to receive a notification whenever I post a new video. So that's it until next time, guys. Take care.